Hi, I'm Jonas Ídaول. I'm so proud of reaching my 100th game in charge of Arsenal Women. You guys, our supporters, have been such a massive part of making that an incredible experience. And to mark that occasion, today I'm gonna answer your questions. So first question, Mark is asking, who is my favorite ever Arsenal player? I loved Ian Wright, and so for me it's been really special being over here working for the club and getting the opportunity to both meet and work with Ian, and it's so nice to meet the player in person and to find out that he's an even better person than he was a football player. Megan is asking, which of the current players do you think is most likely to coach in the future? I actually think a lot of them. I think there is a lot of them that is very game intelligent. But I think one player that stands out, and she is a real football nerd, and I think she almost watches all football that is available to watch, and she has some really good opinions about the game as well. It's Viviane Miedema. I can definitely see her trying on to be a coach in the future when she's done playing. Amar is asking, what has been your most memorable moment so far? I think I have to say to step onto Emirates for the Champions League semi-final against Wolfsburg. What a proud moment, what an important game that we were playing, how close we were, and seeing players at such a time where we had so many players missing with injuries, absolutely leaving everything on the pitch and being so close to go to the Champions League final. It's memorable because I was both very proud of the supporters, the atmospheres, the players' applications, the game plan, and at the same time it was memorable because it hurt so much, because we were so close of achieving a dream that we had to go to the Champions League final, so we have to chase that, but that moment I think forever will stay with me. Most memorable goal, Frida Monum against Bayern Munich.
Bayern trying to play out from the back, Arsenal winning it high, giving it away again. This is Frida Monum!
I think it was just the perfect goal to set us off that night, and it just show both the bravery, the courageousness that we had to shoot from that attack, but also the quality and that self-confidence that we had. We knew at that time, and we knew that from there on, that if we have our day, if we have our night, we can beat any team. So L is asking, have you watched The Traitors? No, I haven't, but I've seen the trailer for it many times when I was working at BBC, but I've only seen the same 1 minute loop many times. I like to watch football. If I don't watch football, then I like to watch sport documentaries. And if I don't watch football and sport documentaries, then I would watch a series like Peaky Blinders. Chad is asking, what is the best game you've had the pleasure of witnessing so far? I actually feel lucky that I think there's been a lot, but of course a standout for me would be playing away against Lyon, the reigning European champions, and we're winning 5-1, and we're executing the game plan almost to perfection for it. That was very enjoyable to watch. Next question is from Lily. What's the best thing about being a manager? I think working with people and working for people. You're impacting people's life. That can be players that you're working closely with, developing them, seeing them grow, but also working for people, for you guys, to try and bring as much joy and happiness on the weekend when we're playing. Matt is asking, what has been the biggest changes for you that you have seen since you have come into this role? When I came in and we were playing our first league game at the Emirates Stadium against Chelsea, and it was barely 10,000 people there. Now we're selling 50,000, 60,000 tickets going to Emirates. We sell out Meadow Park every time we play there. We have more than 1,000 supporters that is traveling with us to our away matches. It's not a one-off that we sell out Emirates Stadium, but we're gonna do it soon again. I truly believe that. From a staffing perspective, I think we've almost doubled. We've gone from having generalists to having specialists. We're having to work for in smaller teams to being really collaborative and making sure that everybody works within their roles and responsibilities, but towards a common vision. We've gone from squad sizes, which had little or no competition in them, to having huge competition and international players competing against each other. That's where the incredible part of us being a part of this journey. So for me, how much has happened here in 2.5 years, it's been amazing to see, it's been amazing to be a part of, and I still only think we see the beginning of it. Ash, who obviously is a deep thinker, asks, does a straw have one hole or two? And for me, that would be an easy answer, one hole. I don't need to elaborate on that, right? Caffeine AWFC is asking, what's your favorite Swedish food? And since being in England, is there a favorite English dish you've tried? Favorite Swedish food for me would be sill. That's pickled herring. If you take one specific sort of that called Brantevik sill, that comes from the area where I'm in Sweden, that's really delicious, and I can really recommend people trying that. Now it comes to English food, the Sunday roast I really like. Mariska is asking, what's it like working with such incredible talented players on a daily basis? It's a privilege, not only because they can do so many things on the pitch, also because you learn so much working with them. I really like to see our environment as a learning one. I think I have input that I can give to the team, to the other coaches that can improve us, but I can constantly listen as well, using my ears in a good way, and the other coaches and these incredible players, they will also give a lot of good ideas on how to improve, and it's when we listen the right way that we're gonna find the right ones. Ash is asking, what has been your favorite game so far this season? Also a tough one. I really like the way that we came back against Leicester. They were 2-0 down. Everybody thinks that it's a big halftime speech, right? How do you score 6 goals in the second half? It was a very calm halftime speech. Keep believing in doing those things. And actually at that time, we did change very little. It was more to say to stick with the plan and to be better on the execution. And once we started to be better on the execution, the score took care of itself. Kenna is asking, what's your favorite Arsenal retro kit? The one jersey that I had when I was growing up, it was yellow and blue with JVC as the sponsor. For that I had the red one, but that was one of the fake replicas ones. Monica is writing, what's the one thing you want to achieve with Arsenal the most? To win, but win the right way, to win the Arsenal way. Nick is asking, what is your long-term vision for the club, say next 5 years? To win trophies, to play more games at the Emirates, to continue to have the world's highest attendance figures for a women's team, to compete and reach a European Champions League final and win it. That's what I think we should strive for in the next 5 years. Holly is asking, what it's been like to see all the ACL groups progression. I mean, how sad it was to get players injured last season. Both on a team level, but also on an individual level, on understanding that both missing very exciting game at club level, but also on national team level. But what joy it is to see them coming back here now and seeing how they have kept together. Not only the injured players, but also the whole playing group, and supporting each other through tough times, and being able here now to returning back to the pitch, returning back to play, and that's really nice to see. And it's been hard work from everyone behind the scenes to make that possible. Shana is writing, what's one thing Arsenal has that makes it more special than any other team in the WSL? I think it's the combination of playing to win, but playing our way, playing the Arsenal way, and sticking to that. On the pitch, off the pitch, representing the club the way that we all love the club for. We talk a lot about community, representing Arsenal, talk about a one club mentality. And you can really feel that when you're working inside the club. You feel it when we travel away and play against Wolfsburg, and you're coming in the dressing room after and you see the owners, the leaders being there, traveling over to support the team at a very difficult game. You feel it when you're stepping out in Manchester a cold Friday night, and all you can hear and see is our traveling supporters bringing the energy, bringing the noise, giving us the support. To represent people like that makes a football club, makes it special. And it makes you want to go that extra mile every day you work here. And every day you have the opportunity to do so. It's a privilege, and you need to do your very best with it. Thank you so much for your interesting and thoughtful questions. Please don't forget to try Lantevik Sill. Please continue to bring all your amazing support, and let's achieve something special together this season. Thank you so much.